Welcome, everybody. This out. Okay. All right, let's get into it again. So last week, we ended it right after finishing Act 2, where we finished basically like the orphanage, which looks like a prison, basically, with like cells, except the cells expand into classrooms, more or less. It was weird, but that's what it was. Now, granted, of course, we are in someone's mind, in John's mind, so it's not like, everything is necessarily going to be exactly right. Okay. The patient seems to be stable and ready for the next session. I will try to reason with him about the latest events. Though we struggle, I proceed with optimism. Dr. W. Richards.
I'm sorry, John. Your childhood was cruel. I know you went through a lot of pain. I needed you to remember something real. Imagining a child's paradise can be painless for the mind, but the truth is rarely painless. You remembered, even though there was pain. We must find the truth. One more question, John. Do you remember the last game you played?
The last game? Whoa, 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 whoa. Is the mouse sensitivity is all psycho again? Really? Uh, Input? No, it's lower. It's a lot. Seems a lot more sensitive than it should be, but okay. Let me get up. Don't seem to be able to reach it from there. Yeah, it's not as bad there. It's just sitting in the chair was way... Flying Explorer or Treasure Hunting? Treasure Hunting is common. Let's do Flying Explorer. That seems different. Let's do that.
Thank you, John. John, I want to try something new. I want you to try and clear your mind. Just like a blank sheet of paper. I'd like you to imagine anything you want and take me there. It can be anything, John. Playing games is just a distraction, John.
Excuse me.
Playing games is just a distraction, John.
Ah, so we're going down the hallway again. Okay. It's like the hotel hallway each time, interestingly. Ah, this was our orphanage time. Yeah. What's this? Interesting. What else? Are all the others locked? Probably, but just making sure. Because there might be options. I don't know if I care one versus the other either. Yeah, that was the hotel room. So we've done that, and that's locked now. Makes sense. More was assembled. Interesting. So each time, that's going to rebuild itself some, looks like to me. Okay, I guess we're going here.
I want you to submit to the memory.
It was a beautiful day on the beach. He could feel the sun on his face and hear the sound of the sea. As he looked out from his palace, he thought to himself, a glass of wine would be perfect. Exactly like that. Perfect.
Why did it stop, John? Is there nothing else that comes to mind? What about me? Am I real? Can you recall?
This one
Yes,
only,
John.
I guess.
I remember that day well. Do you recall what we spoke about?
Can't seem to focus. It says focus, but it doesn't seem to let me. Okay, hang on. Maybe do I... no. Do I zoom in and then focus? Ah, there we
That
go.
one in particular is special.
Ah, over this way? Oh, I didn't quite get to it. 02. 03.
follow the memory.
Mm. Oh, I didn't see the doors. Everything but the doors. I was like, what? Oh. Doctor's office.
Welcome back, Mr. Evans. Please, take a seat.
Okay, so are we going to go back in the chair of the first room again? I'm confused where this is going. The therapy continues to progress. The patient's mind is quick to embrace emptiness. The stimulus of our past was able to transcend the walls. He has reached a critical crossroads. Emptiness or the truth? Dr. W. Richards. Act 3, 2 poles. Okay.
Welcome back, Mr. Evans. Please, take a seat.
Wait, what? Oh, it's just reading it off. I see. Okay. Mm, probably nothing else, but there might be. I don't know. There have been a few minor hidden things so far in the game, so just in case there's anything hidden in here. I'm not seeing anything special. Any of these open up? Probably not. See, we're E for Evans, right? Yeah, here we go. Whoops. I guess I clicked too early. Open automatically. Medical report, John Evans. Allergies, cats. Okay. Okay. Not super special or anything, of course. So he weighs, what, 63 and a half, 64 kilos, I guess? Okay.
How are you doing today? All right. And how about your daily routine? Did you have a chance to try my advice? Remember to at least try, Mr. Evans. The first step comes from within. All right, let's start something new for this session. I'm sure you've seen these before. It's quite simple. I'd like to ask you some questions about what you see. Don't worry about your answers. There is no wrong choice. Take your time. First, tell me what you see.
Carrying something. Two people watering plants. Hmm.
Do they
That, I
seem
guess.
happy to you? And what do you think the red means?
Uh,
Last question. Do you see yourself there? Thank you, Mr. Evans. Interesting. It's very important that we have structure in our lives. And a job is a great way to start a healthy routine. I've marked some jobs I think you would be good at. Take a look. Maybe something will catch your eye. I look forward to seeing you again soon.
can't do anything with the water paper. Ah, so we're going in the direction of the job, or just what we looked at, I guess. Two people carrying something. Health Institute. Medical wards. Medical reports. Because I don't think I'm supposed to be able to leave yet, right? Yeah. Figured I'd check. If there's an option to leave, I'd just leave just to see, but... Okay. It's probably this with the plate, I'm guessing. But who knows? Well, maybe not. Let's see. What's this? If I go like that? No. Can't do anything with that. Okay, well, that's fine. Mm, nothing in there. Okay. Nope. At the bottom one. There we go. And nothing with these pills. Nope. Okay. Sure, at the bottom, I guess, and see. Some good details in these drawers. Things in the game in general, things like that in the drawers, that even if you can't actually do anything with what's in the drawers. Oh yeah, I did that earlier, that's right. That's that set of stuff. And then the suitcase. Oh, a mirror appeared when I did that? Interesting. There wasn't anything on the backside, right? Yeah, no, okay. Interesting. Huh. I don't know. We have a newspaper for job openings now, I guess. I see. So we opened the suitcase and I guess we took stuff out and put it wherever. I should get started. Heh. That's funny. There's never anything for me. What? What the? Are these the different jobs? Oh. Cook, construction, welder, plumber, janitor, doctor, probably not. What is over here? This could be interesting. Write a story. Or does this mean we're going to spiral and not make any progress? Is that what this means? After days of searching for clues, the detective finally got a break in the form of a cryptic note. Follow the blue ball. Or follow the blue balloon. Tonight, 9 p.m. Oh, that's it. Okay, I thought that was maybe put that on. Creative writer. Okay. Uh. The air was electric, and the knight held its breath. The hair stood up on the back of his neck as he stepped forward. The shot rang out. The cold body didn't offer answers, but he didn't need them anyway. He finally found a lead. Now the work can begin. Not sure what number 3 is. Can't interact with it. So the gun has no bullets, so how did somebody... Oh, but are they spent here? Is that what? Oh. Fly. Ah, that's from, I see. Okay. So I had some exam. But it looks like a scan that would have been something like a brain scan or something. Not exactly, but kind of. Like something focused around my head or something. So I'm not sure what that means. What kind of a scan we were getting. I haven't been in the hospital all that much. Other than like checkups and stuff. But otherwise not really. So I don't know. Nothing. Hmm. Okay. Don't know.
It's good to see you, Mr. Evans.
Am I the same weight, basically? Yeah, no change. I was just see if maybe there's some, like, whatever condition he's got includes gaining weight or something, but...
How are you feeling? And how did the job search go? Did you find anything? Good. That's the spirit. Okay, Mr. Evans. How about we try another ink blot? Same as before. I'll ask some questions, and there are no wrong answers. What do you see in front of you?
Two bears fighting? Looks more like two bears high-fiving or something. Screaming face I don't really get. Let's say two bears fighting.
How does that make you feel? And what about now? What do you see?
Moth or butterfly? It's not colorful enough really to be a butterfly. I'll say a moth.
Thank you. Quite interesting. A change in perspective can be powerful. That's enough for today. I wish you good luck, Mr. Evans. I think you want the job more than you let show, which isn't a bad thing. We'll meet again, the same time next week.
Does this mean I want to just go out the door, I guess, right? This doesn't go anywhere. Oh, but there's the prison door over there. Yeah, because it's the newest ink blot, so I think we're going this way. Hmm. Cannot try looking in that one. Or that one. Ooh. Interesting. Maybe it reminds me too much of the orphanage or something. Doctor's office, waiting room. Do this one more time, just see if. Excuse me, if I might have missed something. Itchy nose. No. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Oh, and doctor's office is also closed. Yeah, so just this way, of course. Oh, that shut behind me, I guess. Okay. Chapter 2, the interview. My. Three again.
Who's next? Mr. John Evans. You're next. Mr. Evans. Please, sit down.
I had to rush to get to it, I see.
Okay, Mr. Evans. Let's cut right to the chase. Let's take a look at your resume.
Where's the CB?
Not exactly the qualifications we're looking for. How about the short story from the job posting? You wrote this? It's not bad, but I'm not convinced. How about you prove to me right here, right now, that you've got the skills? Write us a short story. Any topic.
Sometimes the best choice is to hide. You can hear the beast coming, but there's nothing you can do. So you choose to hide and pray it passes you by. There wasn't any time to save anyone else. You would tell yourself until the end of days. The only thing is, if you asked anyone else, they would tell you. Locking you away was the best thing they ever did.
I think that's enough. A little cliche, but well written. Welcome aboard, John. You've got the job.
That was cliche. I haven't heard that. I mean, I guess somebody with a mental issue or whatever being a beast, that's maybe been done a lot, but maybe that was it. It was just the basic theme, not
Hello,
because
Mr.
he did
Evans.
say well written
Nice to
stuff.
see you again.
Hey, Doc. Oh, that's your side, isn't it? Let's try this side. Okay.
How are you doing? And did you have the job interview? How did it go? Congratulations, Mr. Evans. That's great news. Let's continue our work with the ink blots. I know they're confusing, but I think we're making progress. What comes to mind when you look at this?
Panthers climbing a mountain or a trapped dragon? Trapped dragon, huh? I see. Yeah, I'd say that.
What name would you give this picture? Would you associate this with weakness or strength? Last question, Mr. Evans. Which would you choose to be, a dragon or a panther? Thank you, Mr. Evans. That's enough for now. I think we're getting somewhere. Good luck at your new job. I look forward to hearing about it.
So the usual run away from the... Run through the... What was once a wall and over to the new ink blot. I'll go that way. What's this then? That's not opening, so okay. Okay. Most terrible poverty is loneliness and the feeling of being unwanted. Mother Teresa, yeah. There's something. These, what are these? I guess they're supposed to be paper clips. When the drawer open, you can't really see it. You can't really tell though. Work rules. For all workers set up on the disk marked employee name. This can be found in the work cabinet on the hallway.
Let's get started, John. You'll find everything you need on your disk.
Okay. So it's in the work cabinet in the hallway. Finished before 1700. Shared shelf. Shared shelf. It's in the hallway, so I gotta find through this stuff. Wherever. Ha! Can I find my way out? That's a good question. What the... Is that my... Back to work, yeah. Take a disc from the shared shelf. Where is the shelf? Over here. I see. Okay, I got it. Insert work disk. I'm doing some running because it says I finished by 5. I don't know if there's going to be an actual time limit. Once upon a time, there was a young boy whose dream was to become Knight King. Okay. No, stop. Okay, I don't understand. Why am I not typing anymore? Okay. I don't understand. What am I? I mean, am I wandering to get inspiration or something? I'm confused. What it's trying to have me do. One day while he was resting on a hammock, royal messenger came to him with a message. On behalf of the king, the following is announced. The royal princess was brutally kidnapped by a monster living in the cursed cave. The one who dares to defeat the monster and save the princess will have her hand in marriage and be crowned the new king. The boy, however, needed a proper weapon to fight the beast, but where could he find one? He decided to go into the forest in search of a weapon. After a few days of wandering in the woods, our hero finally found a magical well. According to old stories, the well could fulfill any wish, but only under a full moon. Is there a moon around here somewhere? Here, maybe? No? Where? Ah, over here is the full moon. So the boy asked for a magic bow and arrows to defeat the monster, and the well fulfilled his wish. The boy was ready to fight.
Evans! You know I love the creativity. but I need you to focus on the job. This is an important one for us.
Focus on the job? Was I not supposed to write a story? Maybe... I don't know. It didn't take too long, I don't think. I'm not sure what happened. It's back to the doctor's office, I guess. Maybe not. Huh, no. So if not the doctor's office, where am I going? Let's see where else I can head. Don't want to do that. I just waste time. I'm trying to do something that they want me to do. I need to make sure that I'm not burning too much time, I assume. I mean, obviously, if it were reality, you would not want to burn a whole lot of time, but in the game, I don't know if it matters. Turn off. See, I don't see anything else around. Just... Huh. There's nothing else to do over here, though? I mean, open drawers, that doesn't do anything for me, though. But it's not back at the doctor's office? Or did maybe I just did the wrong, maybe I need to go through a door or something? I don't know.
Good afternoon, Mr. Evans. Please, make yourself comfortable.
I see.
So, tell me, how are you feeling about your new job? Progress takes effort and time, Mr. Evans. It pays off in the long term. I think one day you'll agree with me. Do you think staying still would have been better than what you've achieved? Fair enough, Mr. Evans. We can keep going. We have one more ink blot to look at. I think you'll like this one. Do you see anything familiar?
Life in the ocean or volcano exploding? I think life in the ocean is more similar to that childhood thing where we went outside of the room.
Is there chaos or order? And how does that make you feel? Thank you. Those responses have been very enlightening. You've come a long way in these last sessions, Mr. Evans. Our time is up for today, but I want you to keep your mind open to new opportunities.
Sure, locked again, right? Yeah. Quo vadis? Gloves. Siesta espresso. Mm-hmm. Okay. Back to our room. Interesting. You again, huh? Interesting. Oh, there's a question up here that I missed. Misreading, at least. Cigarettes. I see. Hmm. Don't really need to watch television. Hmm. Let that ring for a bit. See what else there's around. Need to do some laundry tonight. Persistent caller. Let's not do that yet. All right.
John, we just got a call from the client. I know it's Saturday, but we really need the next chapter of the story by 5 p.m. today. I'm counting on you, John. I see bright things in the future for you.
I don't want to play music. If he needs stuff by 5, I should probably get to work, huh? Sure. Oh, wait, what is it? I can do it. I just need to focus and some peace and quiet. Yeah. Prison was no home. but visitors were still welcome. What is that noise? Quiet there, I need to work. Good, now I can continue. Correct. Wait a minute.
Sorry about the noise. I just moved on
Butterfly.
upstairs, and I don't want to start off on the wrong foot with anyone. Let me know if it gets too loud again.
What? We had a panic attack? Act 3 completed. Apparently we had a panic attack and we're in a fly infested room now or something. That's interesting. The patient seems to be stable and ready for the next session. I will try to reason with him about the latest events. Though we struggle, I proceed with optimism. Dr. W. Richards.
John, you're back. What happened? It wasn't time yet. I feel like you were just getting started. Are you feeling okay, John? 150 cc's per hour. Yes, that will work nicely. Let's keep going, John. You're doing well. Your responses to the images were very interesting, even looking back now. Do you remember your favorite?
My favorite image? This one?
Some things don't change. Now, I'd like to try and pick up where we left off. Your work was going well. You were even putting in extra hours at home. But that wasn't the most important memory, was it, John?
Excuse me? Ah. Meeting the neighbor upstairs, apparently.
Focus, John. Remember. It's time, John. It's time to find her.
Putting back pieces of ourselves, or myself, I guess, or whatever. However exactly is the best way to word that. Act 4, Apartment. The pursuit of his memories has finally led the patient to her. He must recall not only his memories, but his emotions as well. He must face what overwhelms him and leads him to despair. And finally, to what has shattered him. Dr. W. Richards. Yeah, so just here. Unfortunate event turns into success. Energy failure saves the theater. You never know what you can find. Papers are scattered. Substances spilled. Huh. Well, this is this our place still? I don't know if this is still his place, like our character's place. Feels like it might be somewhere else, but maybe not. Let me grab this. Mm. Ah, is that's her? Okay.
Hi, John. It was great seeing you last night. I was wondering if you're free for dinner.
What time is it now? 10 after 10, or between that and a quarter after 10 or whatever, so. I see, so she's over there.
That first time we met, I thought you were going to kill me for interrupting your work. I'm glad that we met that day. Who knew neighbors could have so much in common? John, can you pour me another glass of wine?
Oh, are we not?
I didn't know you had such a collection. But I guess that creativity must come from somewhere. Which one do you think I should read? I'd love to borrow one.
Hmm. I can't believe she's here. Guys.
I
Excited,
love this
huh?
piece. It reminds me of when I was younger. My father would always turn up the radio when it came on. Which of these is your favorite?
What is this one? Oh.
Thank you, John. I had a wonderful time. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
She is just perfect. Aw. He's in love. And then something tragic happens, probably, and... I mean, otherwise, why would he be shattered if everything went the way he wanted it to, right? Well, doesn't seem to be all that much hidden anymore past those first few chapters. I would think there'd be something still, right? Because there's, for example, there's the key or a key that needs to open that lockbox at the end of the hall. I mean, presumably. Maybe not, but it looks like there should be something for that. But I don't have a key. The key I grabbed to go in my apartment got set to the side, and then I couldn't grab it later. Unless I missed. You're supposed to grab it right before coming out just now. That's possible too, but... Well, supposed to. I mean, if you're gonna unlock that box, of course. I would doubt you'd need to do that to finish the game if there was some, like, specific moment where you had to grab the key and otherwise you couldn't finish it. That would be silly. If something is required to finish the game, you'd want to make it, you know, either unmissable or readily accessible or whatever, so... Hmm. Looks like we're pretty much just getting funneled down a hall. This looks like this is be kind of the equivalent of like an apartment-sized library, or not an apartment. Probably too big for an apartment, but like a I don't know, like a condominium maybe, something like that, where you have like a few bookcases you can set up, but you don't really have huge amounts of room. Or maybe this is, I don't remember what you call them, but you have the houses that are fairly kind of squished together in some bigger cities. Might be something like that too. I know the term, I just can't think of what it's called. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, the shelves just seem to be pretty much repeating of what you've already seen. Doesn't seem to be anything new, so I'm guessing you're not going to find new things to grab or whatever. look like any of this is gonna be anything for us to try to use. It lit up once we did a full circle. That's interesting. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's some kind of symbolic something, like things are going well in his life, and so they brighten up the longer he works on things. I don't know. Can't sit down. So I'm not sure what I'm trying to do here. Can't seem to interact with the I guess fireplace? I don't know. It doesn't really look like there's a blue for the chimney, though, so I don't know. Huh. What is it that I'm supposed to be trying to do here? Can't go up the ladder. Oh. And this dead ends again. Ah. The book that we gave her. I see. Aristomenes' tale. Telephron's tale. Tale of Cupid and Psyche. Tale of the wife's tub. Tale of the jealous husband. Tale of the fuller's wife. Tale of the murderous wife. So I guess that's what we're looking for, is stuff that sticks out. Color versus the grayscale tones that are for most of this. Take the bow and arrows. To be Cupid, I guess, or something. Or the hunter. Maybe that's it. We're taking it to be the hunter. We will go slay the beast to save the damsel or whatever. Psyche, unquenchable longing chasing me in this world, searching Eros. Psyche, where art thou? Where, my dream of my dreams, searching Eros. Well, ah. The lovers. Oh. Hmm. I don't know what... Oh, turn that off, I see. Eros, my love, Aurora, brightest child, morning star, fragrant flower, golden butterfly. Nothing new over here. So I don't know. We have both of those, then what? From there, what are we going to try? Nope, I'm not interacting with those. Here's our neighbor. Did we get her name? I don't know. That's our neighbor lady. Ah, here we go. Romeo and Juliet. Swad. Romeo, thus from my lips by thine, my sin is purged. Juliet, then have my lips the sin that they have took. Sin from thy lips, O trespass sweetly urged, give me my sin again. Meet me under our favorite tree. What will she say? What if I'm not ready? What does it say? Clothes, yeah. Shower? No, not gonna shower. We'll just be smelly, it's fine. Nobody cares. A bow tie. I think I'm ready. Where do I click now to start it? Or do I? Oh, here.
Do you take this man to be your husband?
I do.
And do you take this woman to be your wife?
Hmm. Wonder if we do this in order or if that's like a choice. I don't really know what the difference between them would be either, of course, but I feel like these are just all the same place, and we're just going through and seeing. Yeah, let's just start back down here and do each one individually. Keep the cold out. It's cold in here. Achievement. Okay. Yeah. That goes into the next room. Let's see if there's anything else in here really fast. Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, okay.
These should go by your desk, right, John?
That's right, honey. Thanks.
Can you set those down by my armchair? I swear I'll get around to reading them at some point.
flip the couch up on it or upright? I don't know. Oh yeah, now there it
I
goes.
can't wait to get everything unpacked so we can just relax and watch a movie. John, come quick! It's starting!
Just sit. So that just repeats basically in the game. Obviously not in reality, it wouldn't, but. Okay, so I made a nice cozy home for a group of us.
Oh, it's just a love story. Ah, the wind blew all the papers around. Let me help you clean them up.
What does that mean? Uh, Pick up. Huh. I don't know what that whoa noise is. That kind of whooshing noise. I'm not sure what that is. Not seeing anything else in here, so maybe it's out in the hall or the next room or something. Is there anything out in the hall? Not so far. Okay, next thing. And then we'll go across the way after this one.
Let's put these in the glass cabinet. Finally, a proper table to eat at. I can't wait until we get to use these. The tree is beautiful, if I do say so myself. Delicious, John.
Thank you. I do my best. Hmm. Can sit, but I don't see anything else dining. Or is there? Mm-hmm. That might be it for there. Let's go here.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Again with the time. Damn you, time. We opened that, but nothing. Okay. I guess nothing. I don't know if there's anything more in here or not. It's kind of hard to tell a little bit. Doesn't seem like it, but... Oh, I just closed the door. That's probably not really what we want to do. Okay. I guess that's it in this room. Let me make sure these can't open or don't open or whatever. And there's nothing more here by the fireplace. Yeah, okay. So across the hall, I guess.
I want the side by the window. I like it cooler.
Okay.
Look how much space there is. I'll take the right, you take the left.
It's like the space is hers normal clothes. He's got his tux from the wedding. He never got any replacement clothing. Bruh, dude, seriously, you can't live in your tux.
I'll take the top drawers and you take the bottom.
Backside now. Ah, so we had a daughter too? Yeah, or she had one already and we married and then she became our stepdaughter, whichever. Mm.
Sweet dreams, John.
I guess that's everything in here. I don't know. There's that, but nah, nothing new. Okay. So this was across the halls. We've done this one already. Whoops. Done this one already. And those two down there. So proceed this way.
Where did you put the pots and pans?
Up above, I guess. We'll put them there,
and
and
the glasses, John.
that'll answer your question. We'll just put them where.
The dishes can go at the top. Thanks for the coffee.
Okay. So obviously she's cooking and baking here.
The smell of pancakes. I made your favorite.
Interesting. That goes out to the dining area. That makes sense. Okay.
Can you hook it up yourself? Put those under the sink.
I see. Paper rolls and things. Yep. Okay.
Finally, we don't have to argue over the sink anymore.
Using that side, it's over here. Wait. Or do I? Ah. She's playing this one, I see.
Isn't this perfect, John? Your stories are always so perfect. Always so perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. John, come quick! It's starting! Oh, it's just a love story.
Got at and it.
When you all the papers around, let me help you clean them up.
The love story got axed? Damn, dude. That's harsh.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Wait, what?
Delicious, John.
What is happening? What on earth?
The tree is beautiful, if I do say so myself.
Well, obviously things did not stay great.
Isn't this perfect, John?
Jeez. Man.
The smell of pancakes. Thanks for the coffee. I made your favorite.
Yikes forever. Well, this is not great.
Hey, we don't have to argue. those under the sink. Can you hook it up yourself?
Jeez.
Sweet dreams, John.
That's just drawers, yeah.
I'll take the top drawers and you take the bottom.
I'm sorry. Damn. She was there just a second ago. Where is she now? I don't understand. Why did they leave me? Don't do it. I can't see you. Don't. I have to leave. Leave this place. Why are you doing this to me? The night is coming. In between chaos and the dream. Please come here and make me feel safe. Please stop it. It hurts. Appreciate the moment of the first kiss. It could be the last time you had your own heart. She's not awesome.
Isn't this perfect, John? Your stories are always so perfect.
So he had in his mind a perfect way things were supposed to be, turned out not to be, and
I can't
everything
wait
fell
to
apart.
see what you will write next.
Typewriter instead of piano keys. Interesting.
Yes, John, I will. That first time we met, I thought you were going to kill me for interrupting your work.
Did he actually take her life for interrupting his work? Is that what happened? And then he envisioned all the other stuff and it messed him up? White anxiety, shades of white. White interiors back to grace. White elegance. Whoops. Hang on. Missing beauty case. In a quiet neighborhood, a seemingly loving husband was arrested on suspicion of killing his wife. A beautiful young woman went missing a few weeks ago. The whole neighborhood is bending over backwards to help the police find her. Publication of the woman's death led to a devastation in the community. Her husband's guilt was not proven, even though all the circumstantial evidence points to him. White elegance entering the 21st century causes more and more people to want to forget about past decades and become modern. White interiors reminding elegance and cleanliness are returning to favor in a minimalist edition. People are already tired of the multitude of colors in the interiors. I'll be right back. I'm going to use the bathroom. Let's see what else. Shades of white. Remember, there's more than one shade of white. Bright white works well for minimalists. Okay, that's like art stuff, I think. Okay, I think we're done with that for now. Azure Hotel. So somehow this is, whoops, again, tied, if I could do this right. 2. I suck at rotating these things for some reason. Anyway. Okay. It's not really take that, I guess. So were we convicted? It says circumstantial evidence. It didn't say if we were actually convicted or not. Basically, our wife died, it looks like. And people think we killed her, whether that's true or not. Jeez. That's messed up. finished Act 4. Epilogue, Broken Pieces. The patient is submitted to his memories completely. We must be careful to not let them consume him again. It is time to accept what cannot be forgotten. Dr. W. Richards. Epilogue, so this is the end. Of course.
Your room is ready, Mr. Evans.
Peace, we need peace. Stop, stop, stop. So I guess we're going this way.
Focus on the beautiful moments. Remember when we were together.
Oh, I'm not wandering any farther that way. There's a noise coming from over to the left there. Okay. I wasn't sure if I could go over there or not.
The television is only allowed between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. What happened here? What is the meaning of this mess?
Escape from here. Run away, escape from here, yeah. Man. So this was the crying we heard earlier.
You should stay out of trouble, John.
And then the leaves changed to papers because we're a writer now, I guess, later on. And though before we were clicking on stuff, I guess now we're not. Just like the papers, all scattered and everything, his life is chaotic. It became chaotic and disconnected from anything steady. Probably no change. These probably are just like before, but just in case there's something new. It might be something significant if there is something new, right? Like, we've now come to the realization that, and then the things in the drawer, right? It's kind of the drawer opens to reveal Something new, possibly.
Well, you see, marriage is a lot different than living life as an individual. In marriage, we have two great forces. Isn't that right?
Ah, we have more in common than I thought.
But just what exactly has all this to do with your marital life?
Oh, it's just a love story.
So what he imagined was a marriage is actually just he had seen a sitcom or a show or something, and then he imagined what it'd be like if he were married. I'm not sure. Cause see, the roses lead up to just him solo. She's not there now. Perfect woman being successful. Yeah. Tree that we can't reach. We can't go back there. I guess all these other things are inaccessible now. We've already been to them in the memories that we've covered. Go back here. Take a key now. Put together the statue, stonemason. Achievement. And I have the key now too.
Come in, John.
Not sure where we use that, but
It all makes sense now. Do you see? You couldn't keep up the illusion, could you, John? Every lie has its flaws. You couldn't keep her alive in your head forever. She was one of your finest stories, wasn't she, John?
Damn.
Do you remember? Tell me, what is her name?
Jane. Or not? I don't know. It exploded,
John,
so maybe not.
sit down. I think we've come far enough for today, John. I want you to focus on my voice. I'm going to count down from 3 to 0. When I'm done, I want you to wake up here in this room. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, 0. Very good, John. We've made good progress today. Now, time to rest. We'll continue tomorrow.
So we're in a psychiatric care facility or something? Maybe? Interesting. Remember her name, game completed. Achievement. Interesting. So he had a troubled life overall, right? As a kid, he lost his parents, it seems. So after they were lost, he was put in an orphanage, or not an orphanage even. Well, maybe. An orphanage, I guess. I was thinking maybe foster care, but no, it was really an orphanage. So he lost his parents. He went to an orphanage. He underwent all kinds of bad experiences as an orphan, was bullied by other kids and such. He finally became an adult and tried to get a job. I think he was seeing, I don't know about this psychologist here specifically that we've been dealing with pretty much most of the game. Some of those earlier scenes with the psychologist, or the like chapter 3 scenes with the psychologist where he's trying to get a job and stuff. I'm not sure if those were actually supposed to be the same psychologist. He's seeing a psychologist either way to try to deal with things. And also working through trying to get a job and so on. He eventually gets a job as a creative writer. At least in the playthrough I did. I don't know if you could choose something like plumber or something. Maybe it's different, right? Anyway, and then you, or he, John Evans, put in more overtime and was successful with his writing, apparently. People were celebrating everything, so he was a good writer, it seems, or at least did well for his company. But he struggled to write some because of the noise from his neighbor. Met her. They had this whole, like, courtship, however long that was, got married. But something snapped. Well, one of two things happened. Either something snapped partway through his marriage, and so the bad result came from that, or something tragic happened and he just struggled to deal with it. Either way, she passed, and then he couldn't let go. So he kept paying out the butt, trying to keep up the illusion that she was still alive. And eventually it got too much, and he went to the hotel and tried to unalive himself just because he couldn't handle it anymore. And then he got checked in, forced or willingly, voluntarily, whichever, got checked into an institution where he was undergoing psychiatric evaluation. Damn. I wonder if you choose a different occupation, how much it changes. Hey, Monmouth. Yeah, it was quite good, actually. I don't know. Let me see, actually, briefly. I don't know if it's still up. Nah, looks like last week's playthroughs are gone. Twitch, well, on Twitch. You can still see it on YouTube, actually, or on like Odyssey here. In fact, I don't know how the experience is on Odyssey, if it's like decent quality or whatever. Let me do this. I'm going to in Discord, because on my chat now I block URLs because I didn't want people, like, I just had a problem with people trying to spam links and stuff, and they still do, but at least this way people can't click them. Okay, so here's a link to it on Odyssey, and if for some reason that does not really work for you, or if you would rather, then instead here is a link to the same thing but on YouTube. So I sent you those in Slack and DM. Or not in Slack. Slack works. I sent you those in Discord on DM. So you can, if you need to, you can catch up with those, and then you can either watch this or, or whatever, wherever you want to watch it. But yeah, it was good. So without spoiling it, basically you play a guy named John Evans who is having psychological sessions with a psychologist. Doesn't prescribe pills that I've seen. So, well, actually he does take pills. So maybe it's a psychiatrist, whichever. Anyway, he's having psychological help. He's undergoing psychological help. And there are some things from his past that have happened or that, he's experienced that the psychologist walks him through. Not exactly, but something like regression therapy. Uses a watch, for example, to get him to go under, so he's subconscious or unconscious, or he's like in deep sleep or whatever, and then he walks him through different memories, and you learn some interesting things about what's happened to him in the past. Yeah, I would say it's very good quality, actually. I liked it quite a bit. I think the music and sound design was very well done. The artistic style was very good, very interesting. The story, was good. Was better than just good. It was pretty good, I should say. or whatever. No, it's not really good. Whatever's between good and really good, like very decent, or I don't know what the right language is. Between good and very good, I would say somewhere between those two. And I say that not as a snipe at the writer who created the story, but just as there were some places where there was an attempted twist in the story, like, oh, and but you might think this, but oh, it's this, but it was very predictable for me in a few places. They did something like, oh, and then here's the reveal, and I was like, it's not a reveal. I already knew that was what was happening. So, but that's okay. I mean, it doesn't diminish the usefulness of the story, and it's more of a thinking about people, I think, in general, what affects us, how our minds might get influenced through different experiences. And so it was a good quality game overall. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like the whole story was boring or something. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying what I think keeps this from being very good or excellent, and only a little bit above good. So, because pretty good usually implies it was not good, it was a little below good or something. Whatever the reverse of that is, a little above good. But what keeps it from being excellent, I think, were just that if they're going to try to do those reveals, they should have done them a little less. I don't know. It just feels like they signaled them too clearly, so it was very easy to see where it was going. Not that it has to make you guess or like be surprised, just that, the way they led you through, you were very clear where you were going, I think. So yeah, well, not fully. There were colors. So there were some places, specific items would be colored in different places. So there's a place where there's a rose. The rose was red with a green stem with the white background behind it. There was a place where there was like a bow, golden bow, that was golden while everything else was white or gray. Things like that. So yeah. And there were some definitely some strong scenes, I thought. Like, you play basically a guy who is a writer. And so he has all these experiences, but his occupation is a writer, an author. And so in certain places, as he's writing, you'll either see the words he's writing on the screen, so that's kind of, that's a little bit different, or you'll actually wander in at least one chapter. I don't remember if you do it a second time. Actually, I think you do, because I think as a kid, because you have one of your memories is as a kid. I think as a kid you have it too, I think. But anyway, as an adult, when you're writing for your living, there's a point where as you type, there's something on your desk, like you see like two figures, and you choose, because you're making choices how your stories are going to go. You choose one of the two things on your desk, then you stand up, and then you wander a little bit, and then you see more figures, and you choose something else, and so on. So that was decently interesting for sure. There were some other unique things too. There's a point where the doctor is showing you ink blots to get your feedback on what you think it is and how it makes you feel and stuff like that, right? And after the doctor's session, you head out to, like, there's like a big white area between the doctor's office is there, the wall goes away or opens up, and then there's a white area, and there's an area in the distance you're heading to, right? And above that area there's an ink blot. So the theme of that ink blot and kind of your reflections on it and what you thought is tied to that next scene you're going to. So that was an interesting, well put together idea as well. And that was, yes, there's some gameplay to that, but that's also writing, right? That the image the character's gonna see is going to be directly tied to the story that's coming up. So that was well done too. So there was a lot of really strong points in the writing. That's why I think it's better than good. Maybe very good. Maybe very good is the right adjective, or the right, dual adjective to use. Maybe very good, not just good. It's not amazing or excellent or outstanding, but it is. I think it probably is very good, actually. Yeah. So there's a lot of strong writing, and it has a lot of other strong things too. Like I said, like the really good, good sound design at different places comes to play. It's very, very effective. Very good, visually, like we were talking about the monochrome color, but artistically, it's very well like created, rendered, and everything. And then their stark colors stand out versus the monochrome around it and stuff. The voice acting was very good. So the gameplay was really good too. It was there were a couple places where I wasn't quite sure what to do, but it did not take very long to figure it out. And overall, mostly it was intuitive. So that was very, very well done as well. So yeah, so it was excellent. I really enjoyed it. I do wonder. There are some. There's one place, for example, where your psychologist has asked you to job hunt, and so you get into a room, and there are a bunch of occupations, a bunch of like people standing there. But when you hover over them, it's like doctor, construction worker, and so on. You choose your occupation. So I do wonder if there's more to get from the game if you choose a different occupation. But that's like in Act 3, so you'd have to go through Act 1 and Act 2 again just to do Act 3 again to choose a different occupation. I'm not sure. I would rather, if you're going to do that, if that's going to lead to more content, I would much rather have not automatic saves, because the automatic save, basically the game auto saves and it just saves over what you've already saved. So your progress is maintained, but you can't go back and redo something, like do another choice. And that works negatively if your other than individual questions you ask or whatever, your real significant choice is all the way to that point where you choose an occupation or something. That becomes, a bit of a problem, I think, for replayability. Do you really want to run through all Act 1 and Act 2 again just to be able to choose a different occupation and choose a different path? I don't know that does go to a different path either, though. Maybe you choose an occupation and it kind of pushes you into the same path of the one that I chose and just says, no, actually, this is more fitting or something. I don't know. So there's some things like that that are questions. Not sure if they're really negative points or positive points, or whatever. I don't know. It's little hard to say for sure. So, but yeah, it was a nice little game. I was not sure what we would get when I started it. Yeah, and I was not displeased. I was actually, I don't know if I'd say I was pleasantly surprised, because it looked good. So it wasn't like I was expecting it to be bad. So, but it was done well. Yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit, actually. And kind of not the same theme. This had to do with psychology and somebody going through some struggles mentally, and so dealt with some of those themes, right? So this would not be the same thematically, but stylistically, no, not exactly, but kind of in more of the minimalist type of style, I think. There's a game that I think we're gonna do next Saturday as well. So we'll be starting another new game, not another one from Halloween, another new game. We're still working through stuff from Halloween, right? When we finish Plague Tale Requiem, we'll be back on track with for Halloween stuff from there. We're still doing Halloween stuff on the second stream, and as long as the other games, like this one was pretty short, it was only 2 streams and it was done. So as long as I can keep those, like a couple of those that are shorter, then I can get back onto doing Halloween stuff on this stream here. Anyway, years ago I did a game by Krillbite Studio called Among the Sleep. And that was really good. That was scary. I was like, there was a place I was like, ah. So, and you're like, you're thinking, oh, it's a kid. The kid gets scared easily. So no, they did a really good job making it actually scary in some places. Anyway, uh, that same studio has done several games since um that time, since they did Among the Sleep. And I was looking at those. Um Let me see. Hang on one second. Pause this. Okay. Let me just do. I don't know really the best way to search for uh, studios in on Steam. I usually just do searching for games, not studios so much. Okay, so there's a new one they've just done. I think this year, or no, sorry, last year in October. It's called Fruit Bus. I probably am not going to do that. That sounds more like just a fun kids one. I mean, I might do that at someday, but like I'm not like in a rush to do that or something. But there's one they did called Sunlight, which looks like kind of almost like a plant's journey or something. That looks intriguing. I'm not sure how entertaining overall that'll be. There's also one called The Plan, where you're like a bee, but the one that I was specifically looking at actually is one called Mosaic, and I don't know if you've seen a preview for that, but it's basically there you're in a mundane existence and you're trying to basically to move forward. Like it's a lonely life, so everything's overpopulated, everything's like a cold landscapes and stuff, and a phone is giving you notifications which seem to be nonsense, and and it leads you to places while you're on your work or while you're on the way to work in your meaningless existence, your crap job that you hate and stuff. This phone keeps giving you notifications, and it sounds like that phone. You follow that, and it'll lead you on an interesting journey or something. But it's by the same group that did Krillbite Studio, and Krillbite Studio, I was really really impressed with Among the Sleep. Now, I don't think Mosaic is a horror game, but they did an excellent job of storytelling in Among the Sleep, not just doing like a scary game. And so I feel like that is an interesting enough one to do. I don't know that for sure that's what we're going to do next week, though. I think we might, because I haven't done it yet, right? I think we might do the DLC for The Village, Resident Evil The Village. Because it's been a while since we did Resident Evil, and I don't know though. I mean, I do want to do that, but here's the thing. I actually think, okay, I'm deciding now. Starting next week, like this stream time next weekend, we're going to do Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Because I started that back in like 2020 or 2021. I think it was 2020. And then I got a new hard drive and lost the data that I had leading up to that, which is fine. It's not the end of the world. I wasn't all that far into the game. But I did get from Somni before she kind of disappeared and went MIA, and who knows where she is these days. Hopefully she's well. Anyway, but I did from Somni, I did get information on a community patch, because when I was playing that on my live stream on Halloween that year, of 2019 Halloween, no, 2020 Halloween. Anyway, when I was playing that on my Halloween stream that year, I got to a point where I got stuck. I couldn't seem to get out of an area, but I was supposed to move on, but I wasn't able to figure out a way out. Well, I guess there was a flaw in the original game, and so some people at times would get stuck there, which I guess was what happened to me. So she had a community patch. I guess she pointed me to that. I could use that and fix that, and then I could move on. Anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up also, though, is one, this is one of those games that I started and never even got close to finishing, so I want to do that. But two, I think it's later this year, so we won't be in time to finish it before it comes out, I think. But it comes out this year. If we finish Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines before Halloween, then on the Halloween stream, we could do Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Because Bloodlines 2 had a development hell for a bit, but it's now been taken over by the Chinese room. We know the Chinese room does an excellent job and does their games promptly and effectively, right? I mean, Still Wakes the Deep, and, you know, Amnesia, Machine for Pigs, and, you know, Dear Esther, and everybody has gone to the Rapture, and right, we've done many of their games. So I have all the confidence in the world that Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, well, I don't know if they said for sure this year. I think it's tentatively this year, I think. Or maybe it's just not officially announced. The assumption is it's this year in 2025. If for some reason it's not this year, though, it'll be next year. Anyway, that soon will come out. So if we start Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines next weekend, then even if the other comes out, this will be March. So March, April, I'm gone again for a month. It's going to be actually halfway through May to halfway through June, visiting my father again. So we'll just say skip May, even though it's technically half of each month. So we have March, April, June, July, August, September, October, because Halloween, so we basically have the whole month of October. 7 months to get through that. I think it took us 4 or 5. No, I think it took us 5 months. I think 5, maybe 6, but I think it took us 5 months to get through that vampire game. It might have been 4 or 5, actually. 5 full months seems like it might be too long. Anyway, it took us roughly 4 to 6 months to get through the vampire game that we did. Meaning vampire spelled with a Y, that one. So Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines probably, you know, if we give it 6 months, I'm confident we'll probably get through that before we even do the Halloween stream. So we finish that, and then we can, on the Halloween stream, we could do Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 if it's already out. So I was kind of a little bit fortunate, I guess, like got lucky or whatever, however you want to say it, that Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 went into a little bit of development hell. Not that that's good for, you know, them trying to get it made, but that was worked out for me, because if I do this now, then I'll be in time, because I kept forgetting to get back to it. I meant to, and I kept forgetting to get back to it. So that's what we'll do. I think we'll plan on that for next weekend. Yep. So we won't do another short game right now. I mean, I'll do more probably sometime during the year and stuff, but we won't do it right now. We're going to go into that. That way we'll stick with getting Halloween games done. Plus it's something I've been wanting to get back to doing soon. So I think, just don't let me forget, and this isn't just you, Mom, this is anybody who watches this later or whatever, don't let me forget, but I want to, after we finish Plague Tale Requiem, I want to do the DLC for Resident Evil Village. So, okay. Well, good conversation, even though you basically missed the game, but good conversation. So that worked out well. Yeah, so plan on that this next weekend, same time as this stream now. We'll start Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. So that is the plan. All right, well, thanks, Monmouth, for stopping in. Appreciate it. Anybody who watches this later, appreciate the support. And like always, if you want to comment or anything about it, then, start a conversation. That'd be fun. I will talk to you guys soon. Have a great week. And I will see you again in about 6 days. We'll do more Plague Tale Requiem. In the meantime, watch out for yourself and your loved ones. Be safe out there. World's a dangerous place. Hope everything goes well for you. Take care. Peace.
Poor spider.
His freaking boy.
Oh, that's so sad.